without compromise. Hard facts, as we know how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info, welcoming you to the best conversation in Lagos. Welcome to Hard Facts. This will be your most authentic news experience. Somebody's making me laugh. Lagos, are you ready? It's been a very interesting week, if you ask me. Weekend into the week, because one of the biggest stories that's been trending is Rivers State Governor Wike, former Governor Wike, that's the Wike, versus Governor Fubara. And this story, like I always say for some other headlines, it's not going away anytime soon, is it? Yes. Well, I just had a great, very extensive conversation about, picking through, all of the stories surrounding, this whole, on what we've heard, what some of them have said, what Governor Wike has finally said, etc., etc. What Governor Fubara had said. But this time, I want to, change gear on the big three today. I want to hear from the opposition party. Remember, the APC in Rivers State has been playing opposition since after Minister Amechi stepped down as governor. And so we want to hear the APC's perspective on what's happening right now in Rivers State. My name is Mary Okon, welcoming you to Hard Facts, and this is the nation's #1 talk and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's time for the big three on the show. Let's go. Are you ready, Lagos? Let's do this.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has suspended the Chicago debate stories. Going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with her knowing that.
You should not put happy because it's too happy about.
Yeah, it's pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It is Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 9.3 Nigeria.
Let's sink our teeth into the Rivers State story some more and get some opposition ang on this one. First story today, Tinubu urges gladiators to let reason prevail because he's mediating in the Rivers political crisis, and side is urging for gladiators to let reason prevail. Also, the big three for today, don't come to FT meetings unless invited. Tinubu warns. Do you remember? If you've been following stories, he's telling his family members, I don't want to hear. This is not family affair. I ran for this office. I'm the president, not you. A bit too late for the president to be telling us this or telling them that, or just run deeper. We'll get to that. Supplementary budget. Tinubu to spend 6.9 billion naira vehicles, and First Lady's office to 1.5 billion naira for cars. Oh, by the way, did I mention there's also 5 billion, if I'm not mistaken, for a presidential yacht? Yes. Senate is probing Naira note redesign. Necessary app or witch hunt? We'll get to find out. My guest joining me via Zoom right now. He is a member of the opposition, the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State. I hope that you can keep your camera down so that when you start talking, it doesn't shake. Eli is the Director Strategic Communications and spokesman of the Okon APC Gubernatorial Campaign Council in Rivers State. Mr. Eli, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us at short notice.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, explain to us what you think is going on in Rivers State. I mean, generally, everybody knows that there's been a lot of hearsay that now Governor Wike has spoken and has said that, if he loses his case, it means he's politically irrelevant. But there's also that thing that people refer to as Rivers mathematics when it comes to the House of Assembly. You've seen it play out while your party was in power, and now it's playing back again some years after. What's your take on this?
Nemesis has sound. Nemesis just arrived the shores of Port Harcourt River State. If you recall, it is one single character who has been at the center of all these controversies. With respect to Mr. Inson Wiki, Rivers State was not made for him. So you cannot call the shots all the time. We cannot breathe by his own templates. You know, when they sought to take power in 2015 to succeed Amechi had only one argument. We're a complex state, a state of multi-ethnic character, let power rotate. You remember he was the chief of staff before he was under Abuja as minister, under President Goodluck Jonathan. He disagreed with his boss vehemently on that power rotation principle and hijacked power via that judicial coup d'etat in 2013. And then he went for assembly. And further matters were leading to happen then, where 5 was deemed to be greater than 20-something in the 32-member assembly. All right? But that is one era. But move forward. Thankfully, after 8 years, Wiki has agreed with Amechi that power must rotate. And indeed went all the way to support similar for which from the same Pobo, where Amechi was backing the Kuku from. The same Southeast and Eastern zone. Now, let's assume that you have done the right thing because you have satisfied your own greed and ego. What is wrong with the line the young man breathes? Why would the governor not breathe? In Nigerian history, he cannot appoint commissioners of his choice, not his aides. The outgoing governor appointed everybody for him. The governor cannot do anything above 5 billion naira. That is okay. Who does that?
But I'm sorry to cut in, but everyone sounds like Similai had his hands tied behind his back and that tape put over his mouth. But then he did agree to this because I'm guessing they had an agreement of sorts for him to become the governor of the state, wasn't there?
We're not interested, and this is a constitutional democracy, not a private state.
But that's a fact. The fact is there was an agreement for him to have, because if he disagreed, I'm sure he wouldn't have been governor, right?
No, what agreement they had was a myopic approach to the constitution, right? And it's subject to the constitution. The constitution is supreme. We're in private business. We're not interested at the people. I've not actually defending him like here because they are a PDP team. But about real for God's sake. He's not governor of my state. But you hear me talk about Wiki in Abuja FCT because I'm not a resident of FCT. I was talking about Wiki was local by chairman. Maybe I was talking about him. When I was minister of state talking about him. When I was governor here, I took him on because that's my constituency. So now we're going to talk about him, not because he's a PDP man, but for God's sake, whether they took him through the window or through the door, is governor of the state. And Mr. Okon must learn to allow that man on the show. What about agreement that is subject to the constitution, which is supreme? So that agreement does not bind on us. They cannot share our account they want because they have an agreement. In any event, who witnesses the agreement? Why was the agreement not drafted? Why was it consummated? What are the terms we like to see? So we're not interested in the small screen agreement. The constitution is the constitution. So here we are. In 2013, remember in July, when they took over the assembly, they destroyed tables, destroyed everything. This time around, they're going to burn assembly entire Halo chamber. What kind of people are this? Must the PDP be destructive for political power's sake? Unfortunately for me, as an APC member, I have a president who doesn't appear to understand or doesn't feel a pulse of Rivers people. It's all about politics. So people are going to hate to impeach you.
Why is the president taking this bullet on behalf of Rivers people? Why can't Rivers people deal with their problems? Why are you accusing the president?
It's the president interfering. Make sure you saw live feeds. A lot of those youth have went to the streets and not in any political party. A lot of them people think that they are talks. No, they are calling Wike's bluff. Enough's enough. So the president actually saved Wike yesterday. Let the ball roll. Let the president take his hands off. Wike was brought down to nothing. That's where we are right now.
Wow. Is this a case, I'm borrowing a term here, is this a case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Is that the situation with you?
No, I made the point that I would should be talking about this because it's a PDP issue. But what we must distinguish right now is that similar life has become governor of Rivers State until the appeal court decides otherwise, or Supreme Court. So we're speaking as Rivers people who have the office of the governor desecrated by one same person called Lisa Wike. I'm sure you saw the live feeds of the attempt to push down the fence to the speaker's residence.
Yes, the video is up. Yes, we have that video. I think we will play it later on.
The man was arrested for spearheading that. It's called Chijoke Ihonwo. Was imposed on the National Youth Council of Nigeria Rivers State by Lisa Wike. So even some people are tired of him. How could they have a governor? The man could not make an appointment His CSO was appointed by Wike. His ADC by Wike. Everything, chief of staff by Wike, everything. So the man has no cabinet. If the man has any cause to intervene on some roads and instructs the commissioner for works, the commissioner for works will not go to the field. They wait for Wike to give him a go ahead. Who does that?
Finally, let me just ask you, with all that's happened now, are you, as a lawyer, I'm asking you as a lawyer, not as a politician, someone who's supposed to uphold law and walk or stand by it, with what's happened with the speakership now, do you stand by it? Because from all you've said, you want Wike brought down, but then do you stand for what's happened in sub-assembly?
Well, if you ask me, strictly speaking for the point of law, they have adjourned to Thursday this week. So when it was reconvened for an emergency Monday this week, the purpose of sin was unlawful. Illegality. That's why a counter move was made by the people on the side of the ground. And if it's okay,
but does it make it right? But does it make it right?
No. I'm simply saying Nemesis came to town early. In 2013, Wike tried to overthrow a speaker with 5 members against 27. So this time around, same has 8 or more. If I speak to you, more has moved over in principle. If the person had not intervened, you have seen the picture quite clearly that Wike has been reduced to not in the entire state. Leave the hype. What is wrong is wrong. And the people are fed up. We've been in news for the wrong reasons in these 10 years. It's a full cycle. 2019 to 2023 years gone. One man had been, the man was turning the state upside down. That's not who we are. Wike is not a reverse man, but something has been all of us look belligerent. All of us are thugs. All of us are like, who are not lawful. Why? People are tired. Everybody is in the news always for the wrong reasons. Why?
Okay.
We used to be a place where people come here to do business and enjoy their lives. How come everything you see on the news is something disruptive, something unlawful, something bloodletting? How? How do we get to this sort of pass? So let the president stand off. Real people sort themselves. Enough is enough. It doesn't matter why you're in APC or PDP, sanity must prevail. I don't like seeing face. I don't like seeing face. He knows I don't like his face. It was bought as a switch for Wike, but you see, the buck does not stop on the table. It stops on the reverse people's table. But you see, the governor who protect us, whether I like his face or not, his mark cannot want to say as a female. That's where we are.
So where Eli is the Director of Strategic Communication and spokesperson of the Tony Call Gubernatorial Campaign Council States. So thank you much for speaking with us at such short notice. We appreciate it. Thank you.
It's always mine. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you much. Well, Lagos, I need to bring some perspective of the opposition into this conversation, makes it a bit more robust and interesting. So let's talk. I'm giving you the big stories for today, so you can join the conversation. I'm going to let the way Eli go right now, because of course the conversation will continue. But so we'll bring you back if need be. Thank you very much for coming on. The big stories for today: Mr. President has somewhat mediated in the Rivers political crisis. The way Eli is saying, stay out, hands off, Mr. President. Don't come to FEC meetings unless you're invited. The president is warning not just anybody, but his family members. Supplementary budget. Tinubu to spend 6.9 billion on vehicles. First Lady's office gets 1.5 billion. Another story I saw on the Daily Post is saying that we might also have to pay for a presidential yacht. Amid the economic crunch. Oh my God, Nigeria is a very interesting country. And finally, Senate is probing the Naira redesign. And I'm asking, apt, necessary, or want? 0700 993 9393. Join the conversation. 0700 993 993. You could conversation if you're a lady. 014657190. Tweet Nigeria Info. Use the hashtag facts. We're live Facebook, Facebook and YouTube. Go ahead and post your comments on our live feed. I have 4 minutes. I can quickly take a few calls. Hello.
Good afternoon, sister.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Professor Koboko from Ota.
Go ahead.
Sister, you can have an internal agreement with anybody, but not to the detriment of the Evans or to their resources. We came bottom form according to what he told us to them. Did he let Evans know? Now, allegedly, he wants to use 2 billion naira of the palliative to take them back when the phone way by. This is the fall of Wike, and I refer it as what I refer to as law of karma. It was come. Secondly, let them lift him alone. Let the family lift them. Make them not come to fake meeting. Make we see whether he can reverse back the fuel subsidy. For me, They have to probe the redesign of the Naira. But make them not redesign another Naira again, no? Because the one what they do will never come out from that one. Finally, supplementary budgets are getting it. Still, road no good, light no good, no food, 800 Naira, bread, why they pound as that, 400 again. So, supplementary bill is a scam.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. It's because of time I'm letting you go. Thank you very much. Christopher is calling from Ikoyi. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Action Lady, good afternoon.
How you doing?
Fine, ma. I'm so much happy with that man you speak with, the man from Rivers.
Yes.
The truth is bitter. Action Lady, I said it during when President Sandra was like, oh, we can say strong man. I say strong for where? We need strong institution, not individual, not strong man. And I said it, the moment he leave office as the governor, he's gone. Look at that. Look at this strong man. Strong for where? I like what that man said. He said, Rivers is at stake. And this is an AC man, right?
Yes, he's in
That's
the
all he
position.
said. And I reminded me to say, go look people like Peter Odile. Those are gentlemen to the core. Governor don't talk that way you talk. I don't know. I wonder how that man become chairman of a local government even. So Muvara, what is the name? Sim, right?
Sim. Nah.
You are the chief security officer of the state. Go and ask him again. How do you deal with the Oba then? So they take him up to what other place? That shrine, Okija shrine, right? The guy can every month you collect certain amount. And I'm running over develop. He asked the shrine man, say, "Come, do you want this thing to continue or what? I want to work for my people." And they revised the thing. 3 months, the Ngige was working strong.
Okay, I have to let you go because of time.
Yeah, carry.
All right, thank you very much for calling. I want to quickly take a few thoughts and comments before we go back to the phone lines because I have to go for my first pick on the show. It's still Hard Facts. In case you just joined us, we're the nation's #1 talk radio station, and this is Lagos, your news experience. Look at some of the messages that are coming in. This one says, Nigerians. Okay, not for me. This one says it's not proper for the president's family members to be attending federal executive meetings. It shouldn't happen. Fiano is sending us this message from Kano City. We've got to go on a break, but let me see if I can quickly read one more message. This one's at this point, Wike and Fubara should not disturb the peaceful people of Rivers issues. They should go to court and let the court decide whether or not the agreement should be kept. After all, it's the court that decides everything nowadays. Simon, I see what you did there. I saw it. I did really see it. Anyway, we've got to go, Lagos. When we come back on the other side, we're still talking about the big 3 stories. Are you ready to pay for a presidential yacht, even when you can't pay for bread? Talk after the break.
This is Hard Facts. 99.3
On our national daily trending on social media, and of course the conversations where you're having, I beg your pardon, on your coffee table, at breakfast, or even while you're in a bus going to where you're going to. It's River State that's on the lips of everyone, including Mr. President, who's decided to wade into the matter. But my guest today, who is a member of the opposition in the River State, he is obviously a director of strategic communications in charge of the Okon Campaign Council in Rivers. So Eli has said that Mr. President has to hands off this one. He needs to stay out of it because it's River State's business and they're going to sort it out themselves. And I did ask that question because that's what kept playing in my head, thanks to former, that my enemy's enemy could be my friend, because it's all about interests, isn't it? Well, join the conversation, Lagos. 700-993-993-993. Also, some of the big stories here. Mr. President warned members of his family, and maybe friends, not to show up at the Federal Executive Council meetings unless they're invited. Don't come. Because this presidency, not be me and you, go fight and collect her. Now only me doing. I'm the president, not you. All right. And this one says, supplementary budget. Tinubu to spend 6.9 billion naira on vehicles. First Lady's office to get 1.5 billion naira for cars. Kofi extensively talked about it this morning, but I'm stuck on the presidential yacht. Not Madam President or Madam First Lady's 1.5 billion for cars. I wonder where these cars are going to be riding, in the skies. Anyway, I'm stuck on the fact that bread, a loaf of bread, they used to go for 500, the most. It's now 1,400. Some places 1,005. If I cannot afford bread, why should my taxpayers' monies be buying a presidential yacht? Is that what is pressing in Nigeria today? And the Senate is saying, well, we want to probe this whole Naira redesign. Let's see, where did the money go? Was it put to use? Or was it just a Snapchat filter? That was just me. Join the conversation, 0700-993-993-993. Or you could join the conversation as a lady, 01465-7190. Tweet at Nigeria Info with the hashtag HeartFacts. Or join the conversation via Skype. If you are listening from outside of the country, our Skype is up. Yes, go ahead, call us. We're Nigeria Info via Skype. Or join the live feed on YouTube and on Facebook. Facebook, we're Nigeria Info 99.3. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Sorry about that. Do call us back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Marianne.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Anthony. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Anthony, nice name. Go ahead.
See, all that one that Mr. President did and was trying to say, if you are not invited to the FEC meeting, it's not acceptable. And he talked about it. Because to start with, is Sheyi an illiterate? He doesn't know the difference between business and family. And, well, I don't know. Because the last time we had, Sheyi took the presidential jet to Kano to watch polo. Did the president react? Why is he reacting on this? It's all show. It's all show. It's all for the media. Why didn't he react when she took the presidential jet to come? I beg the least person for this country. Why didn't he react?
Okay. Thank you, Anthony, for calling. I appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Heart Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
Joy.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos, Marianne.
I love it when the ladies call. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So my contribution is this. Yeah, let me start off with when you said a loaf of bread now goes for 1.4 in some places. The cheapest you can get is 1,000 right now. And your president, not just for bread, egg, 3,000.
Please, I can't afford to buy a whole crate of egg anymore. It's too expensive.
And imagine what our children are going to eat to get protein. That is a problem. Now you're going to have children malnutritioned, not having enough balanced diet. Is that not a problem for us? We don't even know what's going on. Everybody just feel like, oh, please get patient, la 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 la. Chicken, a kilo of chicken is 3K. A kilo of chicken. Chicken is not luxury. Chicken is just normal food. It's 8,000 for a kilo. Something that we get for 750, 800 before. No problem. Now your president is a supplementary budget for them to have 6.9 billion weapon sum of money. For what? And I saw your advert too. Thankfully, bankers industry paid for an advert saying we should
buy
Nigerian products.
Yes.
And your politicians, because I think that advert is for we, the poor now. It's for us.
It's for everyone. What are you talking about? It's for everyone.
What do you want me to say now?
It's for everybody.
Right under our nose, we have nods now. Not only innocent. If you don't want to buy from our Igbo, innocent, we have nods. The couple vehicle. Why don't we buy from them? At least we don't need to spend dollars. Buy Nigeria to save Nigeria. No, it is for us to do. They can go outside and do whatever they need to do.
Okay.
Buy the luxurious cars.
I need to let you go. I'm so sorry because your time is up. All right, I appreciate your thought. Robert is calling us from Apapa, I believe. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Yes.
This is John.
Oh, John, go ahead, please. I saw Robert on the line.
On the president intruding into the River State matter, I want to say that he's well experienced in that kind of problem because he has ruled Lagos State and he has become godfather in Lagos State and he is. You understand? So he knows about before then he knows about it generally. So he's a player on that. He's a very player on that game. So you know the way it happened in Lagos State. It's not the way it's happening.
But then it's not Lagos. The look, whether you like it or not, the terrain is totally different.
Yes,
and of course, the politicking in Rivers, I can tell you for free because I lived there for 6 years.
Yes,
it's totally different from what's obtainable here.
Yes, it's not what's obtainable there is not what's obtainable here. Everybody knows that. Yeah, you know that they know how to keep secret here, but in that side, it is generally they don't know how to keep secret, and things must come out. One day somebody will come out and say that. But I know whatever that is hidden will come out one day. Okay. Everybody knows. And our upper house and the lower house matter, buying vehicles for them. Yes, them to have add more money and buy more, even private jet for them.
John,
our air and the jam.
John,
even giving it to the poor people free, it will be too much for them.
John,
start that one out. And our agriculture, to put money in agriculture so that we'll have food. Much food in the market so that it will be cheaper. That one is very hard for them to repair the road and all that. Let them continue.
Okay, John, drink some water. I know how you feel. You know, in my place, they will say that your chest is swelling. It means you're angry, you're upset. Relax. Take it easy. Just take a deep breath. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
All right, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from somewhere in Oba.
Go ahead, please.
All right. So I would like to advise Mr. Fubara to please kill godfatherism now. Kill godfatherism or godfatherism will kill you. Now is the time to kill it. Somebody wants to replicate Lagos in Rivers. It will not work.
But this been a thing in River State. Like I said, been there, seen it play out many times. It's just that half the time it's always foiled, which is the beautiful part of it. But
I understand. But somebody thinks it works.
How will he kill something that he benefited from? Emmanuel, how do you kill something you benefited from?
No. Whatever agreement that was made so that you'll be unloading River State money and be given to somebody is criminal. It is illegal. It is not enforceable. You cannot enforce any that kind of agreement. The money belongs to Rivers people. How can you be giving it to someone? Even if so now let and get the people of Rivers State behind you and kill this godfatherism before it takes you away. Because that's what will happen. The next time they allow him to be governor.
Okay.
If he makes kids now, the next time they will not allow him to be governor. Then on the people who are buying presidential, remember, these are the monies that we are borrowing from all over the place. They said the oil money is no longer able to do anything. So we borrow money, we use it to buy exotic cars for people who rig themselves into power. We buy presidential in the next 4 years, Nigeria is not going to change. All we are going to do is we are going to stop people who found their way to power by criminal.
All right, we have to let you go. Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. I want to go to social media, Lagos. Let me read some of your messages that are on social media. Facebook Live, Abby Ambo here says, do not count on empty sloganeering. There is no hope in their renewed hope. In the end, let him who has been deceived complain if he wants to complain. Let him go away to despair who encourages hopes proved vain. Let him flatter himself by persisting hope against hope and staring against the wind. And that will be his cup of tea. If we have not gone through this road before, I won't be talking like this. He says again, what is playing out in River State is what Tinubu, who's now president, perfected in Lagos for 24 years. In other words, Wike wants to be the Jagaban of River State. Okay, thank you very much, AB, for your message. Let me go to... So if you're watching us live, or we're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3, we're Nigeria Info FM, we're Nigeria Info FM also on Facebook. Go there and post your comments if you're watching us live. Now, if you are on Skype, please feel free to call us via Skype, all right? I haven't seen your calls, but if you do call me now, I'm sure I can see them, all right? This one's on WhatsApp. Remy from Akoka says, it's not surprising to me that Tinubu budgeted 5 million for his yacht and 5 billion for student loan. But I'm surprised that you guys are surprised. If you are, or we're expecting Tinubu to reduce the cost of governance to fight corruption sincerely, then you wait till rapture takes place. A leopard, I beg your pardon, never changes its spots. All of una go learn. Say, it's not be fun. Una go explain higher. Okay, Remy. This one says, agreement against the law. Public interest and treasury is null and void and should not be honored or regarded. Wike should be prosecuted for corruption if the allegation is indeed true. Doyin, thank you for your message. This one said, Marianne, the reality is that Nigeria is not ripe for a democracy. Can a military president buy a yacht, or can his son be attending a Federal Executive Council meeting? I know the answer. Nigeria's economy performed better under the military than under democratic rule. That's been verified. This country requires firm leadership. My dear, I'm reading this message again. Do you understand me? Thank you. This one says, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm most disappointed at the amount of money scheduled for rehabilitation of the First Lady's office. An office not recognized by the Nigerian Constitution is nothing but absurd. Chima Msurileri, thank you. This says, good afternoon, Marianne. Even though I hit all through Similaye's campaign, he did not utter a word. I was waiting for someone to say this. What's your name, sir? Timothy. I have been the one who's continuously said, he's talking, it's Governor Wike that's talking. And then I said, is the governor running for a third term? Yeah, well, he's not. He never uttered a word. At some point, I thought he was mute. But anyway, Timothy is saying, it was Wike who did all the campaign funding. Now, people are seeing Wike as nobody and chastising him. That's wrong. Simi himself knew Wike was his benefactor. Your guest is talking like a typical Nigerian politician. I'm not surprised. As regards Sheyi Tinubu, they made a right move. Okay, thank you. I think I've got some time. This one says, the fact is that the president's wife said they are not interested in Nigeria's money. And what about paying for luxury yachts? Albert from Obawale. Albert, I will refer you to the presidential spokesman. They can really answer this question. This one says, good afternoon. Paying for presidential yachts. Trouble in 6 forms when we can't eat well in Nigeria. Yomi inota, my dear. This one says, good afternoon. I may like to know why is it that you left the office but you are still ruling in the states like Wike? Please. I don't know. I cannot answer that question because I'm not the man. This one says, an emergency meeting over 2 selfish and self-centered men whose individual interests supersedes that of millions of Rivers citizens is shameful and pitiful, he says. Olusoga Ajayi from Odonla in Ikorodu. This one says, had it been that all these calls, texts and opinions can change and correct our leaders, it would have been better. Unfortunately, our mics are off and our voices have been rejected. This is a hard fact, he says. We can do nothing about the supplementary budget. They told us they don't need our money. Now wasting it. Let's endure for 4 years. Japheth from Lekki. Are you sure you can endure? It's just 4 months. How's your tummy doing? How's your back count? This says, Wike should learn. Going on in Bayelsa State, both former Governor Duodiri campaign gathered to win November 11, 2023 election. Rivers and Bayelsa, brothers and sisters, we don't want negative things to spread to the neighboring states. Let there be peace in Rivers. Bob Kentimi from Agbado. Ayo Nikwede is calling me on Skype. Hello, Ayo. Where are you calling me from? Hello, Ayo. Can you hear me? Ayo. Ayo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Ayo.
Yes, I'm calling from Indiana, United States.
Okay.
I want to quickly contribute on on this subject. Now you can understand why the senators will insist on buying their own cars. Nigeria has a big problem. The problem of Nigeria, you cannot have just selective choice of not buying cars. What if the senators don't buy cars, but the president goes ahead to buy yachts, buys a yacht, buys cars for his for his wife? So it's a holistic thing that needs to happen in Nigeria, not just saying two Labour LP senators should reject cars. It doesn't fix anything. If they reject their own cars, what happens to the ministers? Are they rejecting their own cars? So Nigeria needs a holistic solution, and it should come from the president. But unfortunately, the president will go ahead to spend the money how he wants. So the senators too must enjoy the largesse. It's how it works.
Wow. Everybody has to make a wrong turn. Okay. Thank you, Ayo, for calling. I do appreciate it. Yes, Ayo just called us from the United States. Well, you too can call us if you're listening from outside of the country. You're listening on our website, on our application. Join the conversation. We'd like to hear from you. We've got 6 on the clock, and we're still taking your thoughts on the big stories on Hard Facts. 99.3 is the frequency, and we're live from our audiovisual studios right here in Victoria Island, Lagos. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Natasha. Nice name.
So, let everybody be calming down. To remember what happened to Ambodi, the other side. Say people that are saying, hey, no argue, no accept to the brother.
Natasha, are you there?
People will back his way in the time. Uber just take it easy. That's all.
Okay. All right, Natasha. She says, Kulu, temper. All right, well, I'll take another call and then I'll go back to your messages. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Marianne, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Is this Florence?
How are you today?
I'm fine.
This is Happiness from Ikrodu.
Happiness. Why are you sounding like Florence? Oh, yeah, go.
Marianne, we bought phones for all of them for free. And they accepted. So what do they expect? It's not every gift.
But what if he insisted? Because again, we're not there. What if he said, I am buying the forms. I don't want to hear anything.
Okay.
I am buying the forms.
Okay. He's buying and he bought it, right? And they accepted. Okay. It's not every gift. It's not every offer you accept. There are gifts looking at the person involved. You just let go and do your thing yourself. Now it has hooked their neck. And another thing, Rivers is bigger than him. You should let the governor work. Let him do the right thing. He's there to serve people. The people is more important than him. At least he's on salary. His salary is big enough to take care of himself and his family. So you should let the people be. You should let Rivers to have their breath.
Okay. Right.
Marianne, love you. Take care.
All right, thanks. All right, someone here on YouTube Live is saying something that I said yesterday. He's saying, now he's accusing me and us journalists. He's saying, you journalists and your honor person have to be more unprofessional. I'm sure you meant professional. Allegations against Wiki asking for a percentage of allocation is not proven, and yet everyone is being emotional and having an opinion. Well, sir, Dave Tech 16, I did have this argument yesterday with someone, and I said, these are allegations, hearsay. You and I were not in the room. Well, and that's the same thing my guest said earlier on. He, of course, doesn't care. He waived it. That we don't care what agreements they had, but he's more interested in the governance of the people of River State. And he's saying, look, this is governor, and anything that stops the governor from being a governor, we're against it. Then all of these other things are hearsay until we see papers, facts, signatures, saying, well, or a memorandum of understanding of sorts, saying, well, I said that you would give me this amount of money, and you appended your signature. But if it's based on a gentleman's agreement, you and I were not in the room, not even a fly on the wall. So, sir, this is your position. I agree with you to an extent, but then you can't point fingers at journalists. This man said it on live TV. We can't shut people's mouths from opining. After you hear that, journalists can't hold everybody's hands or tie people's mouths. I really don't know what you expect journalists to do. Be the police also? Wow. All right, back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Marianne, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Jonathan is my name.
Jonathan, go ahead, please.
Well, enough of this about Wiki. I've made my point very clear. It's just that people will give him more secret. So he even bought for them. Listen, I think I also spoke about budget, supplement budget.
Yes.
I think that is money for the boys, like I said this morning. I'm highly disappointed in Tinubu and a team for that. I think this is November. December we're out of this year. So what is the supplementary? The only thing I support when Kofi was reading this morning was the agreement. I think the other one is the election. Those elections are
cycle elections, yeah.
Yes, the rest are money for the boys, and I'm really disappointed. Anyway, I didn't vote for Shore. The only, like I said, Shore is the only person that has the audacity to look anybody in his face. That's the consequence. I don't know. Everybody here is shouting. Etc. works are now seen. Even when Achola was there, he always go to the house for supplementary budget. So is it only them that this job is affecting? I think Tinubu should take it anyway. He should take it. I think I'm highly disappointed in this move again.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for calling. I'm only letting you go because of time. I want to do justice to some of the messages. Udo Sunday here on Facebook says, good afternoon, sister. Wasting time for democracy. Renewed hope turns to renewed SUV cars. Tired of this country. Okay, Sunday. Back to WhatsApp. Someone said, okay, let's see. This one says, good afternoon. David Oyocho from Magodo. Rivers people are tired of you. What former Senate President David Mark did to the people of Benue South Senatorial District, he should take his hands off Rivers people. Thank you very much for your message. I've got just 50 seconds. This one says, it baffles me that people are saying they didn't vote for Fubara. That's why they're complaining. The question is, was the election free and fair? Did Governor Fubara actually win the election? It's wrong for Wike to demand for those monies since it belongs to the state. EFCC should go after that. So when we say EFCC should go after Governor Wike, did you see any papers proving, has Governor Fubara come out to the media to say, yes, my former boss did ask me for so and so and so, here's the proof? Because he can also say hearsay, but hearsay does not hold up in court. You just saw what happened with the election tribunal, both for states and for the federal. Hearsay, word of mouth, does not hold up in court. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. And that's just hearsay. Do you understand me, sir? Okay. This one says, until Nigerians stop their sit-down-look attitude and do the needful, the shenanigans from successive presidents will continue to get worse. Collins from Ikorodu. Well, I want to say thank you to everyone for being part of the conversation. I've got to go for this break. When we come back on the other side of the clock, it's time for us to break the glass ceiling.
Hello there. I've got great news for you. Airpeace is now flying direct to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Yes, from October 10th.